Welcome to the Rochester, New Hampshire History Podcast, a monthly show that will shine a light on a piece of history that has been all but forgotten.
Since 1883, the stone bridge on North Main Street has spanned the Cocheco River. When it was first built, it was known as the Hussey Bridge, in honor of Silas Hussey, who built and designed the bridge. Today, it is simply known as the North Main Street Bridge. The origin of this bridge actually occurs before 1883. In 1754, a wooden bridge was built on what is now North Main Street over the Cocheco River. Like most wooden bridges in New England, it was repaired and replaced several times. Continually repairing the wooden bridge was expensive and time-consuming for the city. By the early 1880s, the wooden bridge again was in need of repair, and most agreed that a new bridge was needed. For the first time, some wanted the new bridge to be made of stone, while others argued for replacing it with another wooden structure. In March 1881, a committee was set up to study the matter and to decide if the new bridge was to be made of wood or stone. In April, Silas Hussey, a Rochester stonemason, approached the committee with plans for a 43-foot wide brick and granite 3-arch bridge. Hussey was passionate about building a stone bridge. He conceded that they were more expensive than a wooden bridge. He then made the point that stone bridges were more durable and would not need to be replaced every few years, as wooden bridges needed to be. The committee agreed with Silas and decided that the new bridge would be made of stone. The committee had to decide who would build the bridge. Several contractors submitted bids for the bridge work. A contractor from Connecticut submitted a bid of $14,950, and another one from Maine submitted a bid of $17,000. Silas Hussey was awarded the contract to build the bridge with the cheapest bid of $11,800. The contract had a time limit though. The bridge had to be finished in 2 years. In August 1881, Silas started the job. The old wooden bridge was removed and traffic was detoured over Bridge and River Streets. Hussey installed a derrick, which had a boom of nearly 60 feet. He used the derrick to remove the old bridge's foundation and lay in a new foundation. In addition, he designed and installed a pump to remove water, which permitted him to work in the river. By September, the cornerstone of the new bridge was put down. A copper time capsule with newspapers and other papers relevant to Rochester was sealed and placed under the cornerstone. Also in September, at a town meeting, it was decided the bridge had to be wider. Originally, the bridge was to be 43 feet wide. Hussey was told to increase the size of the bridge so that it would be 50 feet wide. Hussey agreed to the new width, and he told the city additional expenses would not exceed $2,000 for increasing the width.
Hussey worked on the bridge, except in the wintertime. Within 2 years, the exterior stones were set in place. The last of the brickwork was finished by a subcontractor named Henry J. Wilkinson. On December 1st, 1883, the new bridge was accepted by the town and opened for use. Silas Hussey was paid $14,118.09 for the bridge. It was 50 feet wide, 133 feet long, and was constructed with 3 36-foot arches. According to newspaper articles, the construction of the bridge consisted of 1,600 tons of granite, 500 tons of brick, 2,800 tons of gravel, 3 tons of iron, 67 tons of cement, and 6 tons of plaster. When Silas Hussey died at the age of 85 in 1913, the newspaper headline to his obituary read, "Built Main Street Bridge." Silas Hussey was born in Rochester in 1828. He learned the stone cutting trade in Rockport, Massachusetts. After working in Massachusetts as a stone cutter, he went to California and spent 4 years looking for gold in the 1849 gold rush. In the early 1850s, he returned to Rochester. In the 1860s, he had his own stone cutting business on Sheridan Avenue at the end of what is now Granite Street. In addition to the bridge, Silas worked on the stonework for many local buildings, tombstones, and monuments, including the Civil War monument on the Rochester Common. He also represented Rochester in the legislature. He served as Justice of the Peace, a police judge, and a deputy sheriff.
This ends the podcast. If you have any questions or comments, please email bobgriffinpodcast@gmail.com and come back next month for another episode of Rochester, New Hampshire History.